Good morning, everybody. My name is Amy Nelson. I am an HRIS Specialist with A+ Payroll, and today we are going to talk about onboarding profiles and the pre-boarding process. I am very thankful that you are listening to this webinar, and I hope that you come away with some information and some excitement on how to better manage that pre-boarding hiring on process that your new hires and your employees go through. So I have a couple of statistics for you here. In just a quick Google search will give you this information here. Let's see, 12% of employees strongly agree that an employer does a great job onboarding, that their employer did a great job with the onboarding process. That's only 12%. Let's see, also 82% strongly agree that they would have improved retention with a better onboarding process. 70% think that their productivity would increase with a stronger onboarding process. And quite frankly, those numbers are pretty poor. I've got 15 years in HR, processing payroll, managing benefits, and also hiring and onboarding, safety training, all of that. I did that for a manufacturer here in Springfield before I came to A+ Payroll. And quite frankly, I wish we had had a process like this. It would have made things so much simpler, and it gives you time to focus on the things that matter most with a new hire, which is welcoming them, introducing them to the culture, making them feel like this was the right job to choose. So before we really dive in, I just want to again, thank you. And also make sure that you've got our contact information. So our website is www.apluspayroll.com. Our phone number is 417-890-6404. And my email address is amy@apluspayroll.com. So if you have any questions after this, if you want to get some more information, if you want to talk about how this process might benefit you, reach out, give us a call, send me an email, talk to your customer service rep. Just start that conversation with us. And I hope that you find this information as important and exciting as I do. I have absolutely loved doing these profiles and the dashboards that I'm getting ready to show you. So let's switch over here. Okay, so what we've got is a Phoebe Buffet. She is a rehire with Pizza Planet. She's been here before a couple of years ago, but she left on good terms, and now she's coming back. And she's really quite nervous. It's been a while since she started a new job like this. It's been a while since she worked here at Pizza Planet. And the management's changed, the economy's changed, the company's grown. They've now got 3 restaurants instead of just 1. And she's just really not sure what to expect anymore. She's not quite sure where to go. She's got a couple of questions since her interview, and she doesn't know who to ask. One of those, being is, what's the dress code, especially for the first day? She knows what the uniform is to wear for her day-to-day job, but she doesn't have her uniform yet. So is she expected to dress up? Is she expected to wear shorts and blue jeans? What should she, she just doesn't know what to expect. So with this process, one of the things is a welcome email. And in this email provides a link to the pre-boarding process. And this email gives her her username and her password, and it tells her how to get logged in. So let's do that. And what Phoebe finds upon logging in is the information that she's looking for. This login actually logs her into the employee self-service portal, but it is much smaller, much more condensed. So as a new hire, she doesn't have access to the full self-service portal, but it does give her a great starting point. It helps her become familiar with that system, the system that all of your employees are using, that you guys are doing open enrollment benefits through, that you're looking at paychecks and filling out your tax documents, all of that. This is that beginning part of it. So we can customize a welcome screen that says, hey, welcome, we're excited to have you join our team. The first thing that you need to do is your pre-boarding checklist. And this pre-boarding checklist, put it right top here on the left side, or we can even put it right front center if you'd like. But it tells, start. Okay, what does this do? Oh, please verify your personal information. So as a full-time employee now, her personal information has been put into the system. She has new hire information that she needs to review. Let's make sure that it's correct. Her address is still the same, and her cell phone number is still the same, social security is still the same. Let's just make sure that everything is correct. And as she goes through this, her status bar will turn green and show her how much she's done and how much she has left. She will also receive little green check marks over here that tell her that she's completed it. And then once this is done, it goes to her manager and says, hey, or HR, or whoever you guys need it to go to, that says, hey, Phoebe has completed these steps. So also in here, I have added a little link here to the USCIS website. That way she knows which documents she needs for her I-9, because everybody needs to bring their I-9 documents on that first day, right? Or we can include the actual PDF of that list. Okay. We have a widget here for company contacts. So, those questions that she's come up with, who does she ask those questions to? This list, of course, for here, we've got Monica Geller. She's the owner. She's the one that did the interviews. And Yadier Molina is one of our, an employee on the welcoming committee. So he is listed here as well with email addresses. And of course, if you'd rather, we can do phone numbers or both. But we definitely want to give them somebody that they can contact. Let's see, we've got a widget here for instructions. What's a checklist? How do we do this? Maybe your new hire is not computer savvy. So they struggle through it. And we've got a generic checklist cheat sheet that we can give to your employees, or if you would prefer something that is a little more specific to your process and what your documents look like, we can do that too. And then of course, the turtles. We have to have a little bit of fun in our day. And so we can just feed our turtles. And then one of the other things that I like to include here is the sticky notes. What were those questions again? She had some questions. Oh, yes. She wants to know about our retirement plan and also an accident policy. She's had those before and she is really interested, and she also wants to confirm location of work assignment, because they've got 3 locations now. She's not sure where exactly her location is. She's, not very directionally inclined, maybe. So that is the pre-boarding tab, the initial set of information that we give to people. We also have a tab for the first day package. This is something that is very specific to her first day. So on here, we've included the dress code. What should she expect to wear on that first day? What's the first day going to look like? You know, obviously there's some paperwork, there's some new hire orientation, but what else is going to happen? If you guys have a COVID-19 policy, you might want to include that here. We've got a map to that location. And then of course, documents to bring. It's not always just about the I-9. Sometimes you need your direct deposit. Sometimes you need, I don't know, that certificate for the license or the certifications that they hold, or whatever it is that you need them to bring. We can list that here. And then of course, gotta have your turtles. Absolutely. That is the most important thing about these about these profiles. And so with these two tabs, we can present to her the most asked questions and answers that the new hires have. And what does that do? That makes her feel a lot more confident and a lot more sure of starting her first day with your company. So once that is completely done, she gets another link. This is the full employee service portal. So on her first day, she actually logs in to the full employee self-service portal. And as you can see, when she logs in, oh, her pre-boarding checklist is still here. She hasn't completed it yet. But now she has a second onboarding checklist. And that checklist can be, we've got an employee manual and also an acknowledgement that she's received it. So this is something that would definitely be tailored to what your company needs. And it can be as short or as lengthy as you need it. And if you want to put everything in one checklist or separate it out into multiple checklists to be completed over time, that is completely up to you and what your process needs to look like. Also on this onboarding tab, we have the intro to her time clock. We also have a benefits widget. And as a new hire, she would have a link here for new employee enrollment. For demo purposes, it's not showing up here, but the new hires do have that link. Just like this one says life change enrollment pending, hers as a new hire would say new hire enrollments. We have a widget for balances and announcements. Oh, look, there's companies having a potluck on the 25th. And let's see, okay, there's a pay widget, tells her that everybody will get a paycheck in 7 days. You might want to ask if she'll have any hours on that one. And here's her sticky notes. They carried through, just like all of the information that she put in through the pre-boarding process. That is still here too, all of that. She doesn't lose it. This onboarding tab is a temporary tab, and how long it sits up here is completely up to your company and your needs. So if your onboarding process lasts 2 days, 2 weeks, 2 months, that is something that we configure and that we set it up for. And when that process is over, that time frame is over, it disappears. You do not have to go back in and remove it from the profiles. It just simply disappears. And once that is done, the home tab automatically starts popping up. And this home tab is what all of your employees see. And you might have different home tabs for your hourly associates, and then a different home tab for your supervisors or your management or for your administration, depending on what they need to do when they first sign in or what they might want to see. This is what we are referring to when we talk about tabs. So these tabs are very customizable and personal to your employees and to your company and your process. So if you had a safety training, a video, a PowerPoint presentation, or something along those lines that you also wanted to have in that onboarding process, we can definitely include that. Absolutely. So Phoebe is now done with her process, and I want to switch over to Monica. Monica is our company admin, and she needs to know, has Phoebe done her checklists? She started, but she's not sure. So what she's going to do is she's going to come over here to her menu. She's going to go to her team, the team tab, come down to HR, go into checklists, and then select checklists. Once this gets pulled up, we can filter by Phoebe's name, or we can sort by dates, either way. And you can see that Phoebe was assigned 2 checklists. She received them on the 7th of September, and she has not completed them. This would be a % completed. So if she had done any of those items, it would tell 25% completed or 50%, or if she was finished, it would say 100%. And since there is nothing here, it says that she hasn't even started them. And then if we were to click on this magnifying glass, we can actually go into the checklist items, the individual actual items within that particular checklist. So you can see that the pre-boarding checklist contains her personal information review, an I-9 documentation, the federal W-4 withholding, state tax withholding, direct deposit. All of these items are part of the pre-boarding checklist. So if she had done one of them, it would say a yes, and there would be a date to tell you exactly when it was completed. But Phoebe has not completed any of these. Let me pull up checklist items from the menu. See, this shows you all of the checklist items. So it starts with Doc Hudson. He's got the new hire checklist. And it looks like, yes, he did the background check back in 2018. Or, well, I guess Monica did that on Doc Hudson in 2018. And let's see, his W-4 was completed when he first started in 2015. He has not updated that since. And so this is what a checklist item would look like. You can see that it is blank, so it has not been done. Yes, it has been done. You can even filter. Let's look at everything that has been completed and has not, as opposed to scrolling through everything that has not been completed. So to make adjustments to the pre-boarding process and onboarding process, we simply go to our profiles. We have our dashboards and then our dashboard tabs, okay? We go into our pre-boarding tab right here. And this is where we configure these. This is something that you guys can do. You can have access to this. You can set this up and play with it and rearrange it, change the wording, change the font. You can manage this. But if you don't want to, I can do it for you. I have thoroughly enjoyed setting this up and getting this ready to go for our clients. I think in the 2 months that this has been a service, an active feature, I have set this up for 5 of our clients, and it has been a blast. I thoroughly love seeing how this works and what the different companies enjoy having in their onboarding and pre-boarding package. So, oh, no. Let me go back to our library real quick. I do want to show you that, yes, we can do videos also. It is so much fun. Sorry. Let's see if I can find the right tab that it's on. Oh, it might be up here on the first day tab. Yes, I just didn't scroll far enough when I was showing you this. So we can do videos. And if you haven't seen this yet, I highly recommend that you do. It's on YouTube. A Plus Payroll has YouTube videos out there. And this is our lip sync challenge. It does sound, it does audio, video, all of that. We can link it to checklists, quizzes for safety purposes or for trainings or anything like that. That, by the way, is our owner. He is a fantastic person to work for. Anyways, that is our pre-boarding and onboarding process in a nutshell. And basically what that does is it takes the biggest bulk of the job and responsibility of the onboarding and pre-boarding process, and it really gives that control to your new hire, gives them the information that they need, gives them the power to start that process early on their phones, at home, get that paperwork done and out of the way. Here is a map to where you need to go. Different links for different pieces of information. And what does that do for you as the employer, as the HR or the manager? It frees up your time to do the important things like welcoming them, giving them a tour of the office, making that first day a good experience. And it frees up that time that you're just going to sit there and sit across the table and watch them fill out paperwork, because nobody enjoys that. So before we go, before we end this, I just want to toss this back up there and say thank you very much for watching this presentation. And again, if you have any questions, or if you have any thoughts, or if you want to see how this works or how that might work within your process, just give us a call. Send me an email, amy@apluspayroll.com. Give us a call, 417-890-6404, or talk to your customer service rep. They'll get you in touch with our HR department here, and we'll get this process started for you. And like I said, we work for you. So if this is something that can definitely benefit you, we want to do this for you. And we can work with you. We can set this up for you. We can show you how to do it. You just let us know what you need. That's what we're here for. Thank you. And I hope you can join us for the next webinar. Bye-bye.